Okay, following on from last time, we should have a game whereby we can move the mouse left, right, up and down, and we can eat some food, and every time we eat some food the score goes up by 1. So I think it's time that we introduced a new character, something that can actually chase our character. So if we go ahead and you could either create your own, or we could go ahead and import one. So I'm just going to choose a ready-made one. Let's have a clam. Again, its head is far too big, so we need to resize. Okay, that's alright. I think I'll change its name. Let's call it Chaser. Okay, so we're in the script. Let's make a script for the Chaser. So again, we want it to start when we click the green flag. I always want it to start from this point. Otherwise, it's just going to start from wherever it stopped last game. So what we need to do is to look at these coordinates over here. So if you notice now, where my mouse is, it'll give me some coordinates. So as an example, what is it? Minus 49 minus 116. So go to, call it minus 50. I think it was 116. Let's make it 115. Okay. What we wanted to do is to point towards the other character. So we're going to go point towards, and we always want it to point towards the eater. And we want it to move. Before we do that, let's put it in a forever loop so that it is always doing it. So let's grab it up on here. Okay, we don't need the forever loop before here. We'll set the location. Forever point towards the eater, so it's always pointing towards the eater. And we want it to move towards the eater. You can try experimenting with the steps, but I would strongly recommend you keep it as 1. Otherwise it will catch you very, very quickly. Okay. So now what we want to do is, let's have a look at that. Is that working? Okay, it's going towards me. Yeah, that's fine. It catches me. Absolutely nothing happens. So we need to put something in there. So let's just go to our control and put in an if. Okay, so we need a sensing. If it touches us, so remember we used this one before, if it's touching the eater, then we want something to happen. We want it to stop. We can do this in several ways. We can just put stop. I actually want to use a control command called broadcast, and I'm going to broadcast in the game, create new, that if this happens the message name will be game over. Okay, and then I'm going to stop my script, and I'll put that if I can move it. On the bottom here. Right, for this to work I need to get another command down on here. When I receive the game over command, I'm going to stop everything so that the eater can no longer, he can move but he won't be able to eat any of my food. So let's just see if that's worked. So again, when I press the flag, the Chaser should come down here, the clam should move down here, and it should move towards me. When it catches me, it should stop the game. Let's see if it works. So here I am eating, my points are going up. Oh, he's caught me. I can still move, but okay, I can't get any more points. That kind of works, but we could make it a little bit more exciting by creating another background so that when it stops it changes background and it changes to game over. So the way we would do that is to go to our stage, our backgrounds. I'm going to copy this background. Okay, and this one I'm going to call game over so I know which one it is. Let's edit that, and very simple one. I'm just going to put in some text saying game over. Okay, so I've got background 1, which is our starting one, and background 2, which is the game over. And again, I need to put a script in the background area so that we know it's going to change. So when I start the game, we always want to start with the background 1. So let's just go to switch to background 1. And do you remember we created the broadcast? So we can say when I receive the broadcast game over, we can change the background to game over background. And again, if we stop this, right, and we go ahead and start it, okay, it's worked.